guys, I got a video for you guys. I took all my nails off, and I think I was just going to let my nails rest for a minute. They still do have a little bit of product on them from the previous set that I just had, which it won't hurt it because, I mean, it'll just actually stick to it, so it's not a big deal. But I actually wanted to do a dip powder this time because I haven't used it for a minute, and I used to use it all the time. I do have a nail here that is a little bit chipped, and that's okay because I did that today. But this, when you put the dip powder over it, it'll make it strong again. So it really sucks because I was trying so hard to let them grow out. But anyways, I'm going to be using the Sparkle&Co dip powder system that I get every month as a subscription, and I do get exclusive colors sometimes, and I thought anybody could buy the exclusive colors, but technically I guess you have to be a subscription member in order to get the exclusive colors. But now you can order, anybody can go and order their dip powders. You don't have to be a member to do that. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I got all these, as much product off as I can, which it won't hurt it if it isn't, because you're just going over top of it anyways. I am buffing up the surface of my nails too. That way it will stick a little bit better to my nails. Because you don't want any lifting. So I'm just making sure that I have everything off of it. This is the one that I chipped today. I was so aggravated. Ugh. But it's okay because we're just going to leave it. Because eventually I am going to file these down a little shorter. I'm just taking this 180 grit, the soft side, and I'm just going over it, making sure everything is good. I already pushed back my cuticle. I already cleaned those as well. Alright, so used to Sparkle&Co's jars used to look like this. It used to say Easy Dip Powder. This was their crystal clear. So this one I keep it, you know, it's full of the crystal clear of course, but I don't use it with when I use glitters. I use this one for glitters because the glitter does tend to come off inside of the crystal clear. So I keep that one for glitters. Their new bottles look like this. They say Sparkle&Co dip powder. This one is dip 40, and this is the violet. Now you do want to make sure that you also shake these up really, really well to make sure the powder is evenly mixed up inside of them. So you just want to give those a good little shake. And the other one that I'm going to be using is one from my dip powder subscription. This is one of the exclusive colors. This is SB35 Confetti Pop. And now they might have it in the regular colors, but oh my word. I know it's not as bright as it looks because it has powder in it. Because I just wanted to make sure it was really good and mixed up. But oh wow guys, that is gorgeous. And the old jars used to look like this. And the new ones look like this now. So here is the first item that I want to use, and this is the pH prep. Now why it looks like this when I got it, I have no idea. It came that way. But this is just a prep, like, you know, a prep, you know, like alcohol or whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to go and clean all this up with it. Make sure there's no oils on my hand. have to say, this is probably the first time I've done it over without using tips. I was so excited I finally let them grow out, and then I snagged that one today and I was so disappointed. I said my usual, I always break my nails. I use my hands a lot at work, so I tend to chip nails. So I hope everyone is doing good today. There were so many things that I wanted to do today. I just thought, you know, just an easy mani today, nothing hard. So we're going to do the base bond. That is your first step, your base bond. And you're going to pick out which, you know, for glitter. Now, let me tell you something. When you get these bottles, they have a little plastic piece in the top of the jar. You need to pull that out, because if not, it's going to stick to it when you close the lid back. Plus, on my bottles, to keep them from sticking to the top of the jar, I put a little bit of cuticle oil on the rim of the jar. So I'm just going to put a thin layer over this. Just make sure it's fully covered. And I'm actually going to dip in a clear first before I put this on. Now you can pour this over your nails if you like. I have to take a little brush and just kind of wipe all that excess off like that. And it's okay if it didn't get all of it, just as long as you're putting a coat over your nails before you apply glitter. That way when you go to file it off, it has that clear layer. And I'm actually going to get this one ready, because I know that I'm going to be doing glitter first. And it's white deal. I'm actually going to put my hand right here. Alright, so now that we got that, we're going to be doing the dip 40. And I will make sure I put that link down below for you guys, because you can go order these. But now the exclusive colors, like the SB colors, from what I understand, like these colors here, which now I'm not sure if they have these on there, but I know that they do have these for subscription members, so I don't know if you can actually order them unless you're a member, like this one here. But now you can definitely order these, and they do have other glitters as well. So the one I'm using is called Vivid Violet. See how, I mean, it looks wet still, so I'm just going to dip that one more time in there. Just kind of wiggle my finger a little bit. And as long as it looks wet, I'm just going to pour this over it. I'm just going to kind of let that sit there for a second. Alright, so let me go ahead and do my other hand really fast and I'll be right. Okay, so when you're done dipping, the next step you need is your promoter. And what this does is it helps the powders and stuff to dry. So you're going to saturate these nails in this. Completely saturate these. What it does, it causes the powders and the liquid and everything to dry. So now you're going to wait 5 minutes. While you're waiting, choice if you want to use the step 4 glossy coat, or you could stop here and you can add any kind of jewels or decorations or glitter. Use LED or UV LED top coat. If you're using the step 4, this is one of the weirdest top coats I seem to have trouble with sometimes, and I don't know, so you have to make sure you wait the whole exact minutes, which I know sometimes I get a little impatient, but sorry, I spilled everything over here, so I'm trying to pick it up too. But sometimes this top coat, it's weird. It's like it's not like a regular top coat. You can't overlap this top coat. It won't dry right. So when you're doing it, you want to hold your hand down. You just want to kind of go side by side. Usually by the time you get to your last nail, it's time to go back over again. And this is my dip polish mini. Hope you guys enjoy. Bye.